y'all, Jim Pankey here. I've had several of you ask for some old-time banjo and some clawhammer lessons, so this will be a quickie. It's Old Molly Hare, and you may already know this one, and so if you do play along, maybe I'll show you a new idea or two. I have a beginning clawhammer old-time Fralin series of a total of 3 lessons, and I kind of geared them for bluegrass pickers. So if you have been playing 3-finger style for a while, those videos might be perfect for you to get you rolling. And really, if you're just starting banjo, they're fine too. I mean, you don't actually need to know anything. But Molly Hare is one of these tunes it's kind of like a tune that's played with some really neat little techniques and things that you can learn, or you can play it with techniques that you already know. So I'm going to give you a couple of different ideas, a way to approach this simply, and then I'm going to throw in a couple of new licks and maybe some ideas and show you how you can expand your skills, or take some new skills and stick them into tunes you already know. Does that make sense? Clear as mud, right? Okay. But so let's do this. Hey y'all, before we go any further, I need you to hit that subscribe button. That helps me out. It makes me feel good. Makes you feel good. And it's free. Doesn't cost you anything. And about 60% of y'all that's watching this hadn't hit that button yet. So y'all hit that button, or next time you go to the drive-thru to get you something to eat, they're going to be out of your favorite soda. You remember that when I've suggested that you hit that button. All right. So let's hunt it. But first, we're in double C tuning. So that's G, C, G, C, and D. That's close. Not perfect, but it'll work. And first thing you need to do is you need to hunt the melody of the tune, or the melody that you want to play, or the interpretation of the melody that you want to play. It's totally up to you. You get to decide what notes that you want to play. But in my head, I hear this is my melody note. Oh, Molly Hare, what you doing down there? Running through the briar patch fast as I can tear. So that's all on the first string except for the last little note, and it's on the second string. So the fret numbers is 5, 5, 7, 7, 3, 3, 5, 2, 2, 3, 2, open, open, second string. Does that make sense? Close enough. But hunt and peck those melodies. Don't depend on tabs or written music for that, unless you just absolutely need to, because you can do it. You can do it, I promise you. All right. So we could do that with a Bum-Ditty pattern? Just so holding those same notes. So Bum-Ditty, gets us through that first part. But let's dress that up a little bit. Let's look at something to do on the end. So it's perfectly fine to now let's do something fancy. Let's do a drop thumb, which is just a standard tick. So it's just first string, second with a thumb, first string, and then thumb on the 5th, and then our second string with our finger. So that's going to sound like. Got it? Okay. So that gives us a way of doing it. But let's look at that drop thumb. So that's 1, 2, 1, 5. But let's try this. Go 1, 2, so 1, 2, and then 3 with your finger and thumb on 5th. So 1, 2, 3, 5. So you go. So we can stick that on the end. So using that pattern, so 1, 2, 3, 5, but it's a drop thumb. Finger, thumb, finger, thumb. Got it? So we can use that pattern to create the first part of the song again. So let's look at that. So if we use that instead of the Bum-Ditty, we could go. So that gets us that. So on the end, I've changed that a little bit. So we're doing that 1, 2, 3, 5, 1, 2, 3, 5, 1, 2, 3, 5, 1, 2, 1, 5, 1, 2, 1, 5. So we just a standard drop thumb, and then the 1, 2, 3, 5 again. But we're going to use our third finger on the 3rd string, 4th fret. So that creates that sound. And then 2nd string. So really slowly through that. So that gives you 2 ways of playing the A part or the high part. The second part, we'll look at one way of doing it, but there's as many as your imagination will allow. What I like to do is I like to play a lot of quarter notes. I like to really just beat them. Just hit that banjo and let them ring. So all I'm doing there, and then I'm skipping a beat there, and then and there's that 1, 2, 3, 5. So all I'm doing, so that's just a slide up. So hit that 4, and then the 1, 2, 3, 5. And so on that, and you can hammer, if you want to, you can hammer both the 1st string and the 3rd string. So 1st string, you're going to leave that middle finger down. So I'm hammering at the 2nd fret with my index, and my ring finger I'm hammering with my at the 3rd fret on the 1st string. Slide up, or you can hammer up. So I hope that gives you some ideas that you can try with Old Molly Hare. But not just Old Molly Hare. Those licks and ideas and concepts, they'll fit in a bunch of other tunes. Hey, thank y'all for asking me to do some more old time stuff, and I promise there'll be more to come. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe if you hadn't already. Go ahead and hit that button and check out the other videos. We'll see you next time. Thank y'all.